This is by Mike Bithell, who did pretty much every format ever. That anything any more different, but stuff that it's about. In many ways, it seems to be about designing a video game for one, and it also brings across Danny Wallace doing voice work in much the same way as it's basically the idea is that I am a master of these virtual environments that are being controlled by this mysterious AI that Danny Wallace is voicing, and I've kind of got myself into a bit of bother here. Ooh, that was close. Phew. So already, like, right away, the very, very Metal Gear Solid, original OG Metal Gear Solid sort of inspiration should definitely hit you or seem striking. Very much like it. Crap, not spotted there. There's a sense of verticality to the levels. That's one thing like I haven't gotten used to. Like there's a sense of verticality in that all of the guards are kind of tall, so they can see you and they can shoot you from distance, even though everything's like on one level. Thankfully the checkpoints are really super easy going. But yeah, the tricky thing is that they're very tall and they can see you and shoot you even though you're on a certain level. So you have to get behind cover a lot. Ah, crap. That's not good. Nah, die again. Yeah, you have to use the cover an awful lot. If you hold down L2, then you can get in cover, and then you can transition around the walls with X. But I'm just going to wait for him to go by, I think. There you go. Bosh, those. And someone I should read that text. I'm all about reading text. Let's read that text. World's ooze ambition, like Gisborne himself, the second place is utility first. Sit on plush tear and later told it is produced extremely locally. Thrown this bold form and utterly intricate detailing, utility and specificity. This chair, this room, they're good waypoints for the man I'm about to meet. It's very nicely written. Thomas Was Alone was also very nicely written, and I personally like Danny Wallace. I think it's cabinet right there. This whole level's taking a long time to happen because I'm being very clumsy through it. It's interesting. It's, as far as I'm aware, there are no weapons. There's like a little joke later on of, oh, we'll get into weapons training later, and then it's like, well, actually you don't need to. There's a lot of kind of funny stuff, but as I said, it's in a way is a little bit about making video games. So there's a funny bit earlier on where there's a sort of tutorial message that you pick up on the floor. It doesn't give you a button prompt to pick it up. You just sort of walk near it and intuitively you push X to pick it up, and then it's like, oh, well done. You clearly know how to A, move, and B, push X to pick things up. So I'll delete those items from the tutorial that I was planning to give you. It's clever stuff like that. It's very clever, but very smartly written, very funny, and Mike Bithell's like a funny guy. So it's kind of cool to have that. So the idea is basically you're collecting all the gems on the level, and then you're getting to the end, which that was really bad. I'll go back and try it again later. it's not on the video, I feel I should keep on pushing through. There's a part-time for everything, there's leaderboards for everything, so you can't. Completionism and trophies and whatnot, you want to get all that. I like the look of this. It's very stark and, you know, low poly, but very simple, and it adds to the feel that oh, okay, cool. Alright, so you can, before there was an inordinate number of like toilets and sinks, and there was another joke about toilets and sinks provide a vital sense of place to an environment. So it's, again, like this idea of like making a video game, but as it happens I can make my own noise. So I hit square there, and that's going to hear him out. Yeah, nice, keep going. Yeah, like the best impression of what's face from out of Splinter Cell. Huh. Can I go up? Can I go there? I just run for it. Gonna run for it. Gonna run for it. Shouldn't have run for it. Yeah, this thing is buggy. Oh, okay. Maybe it's just a thing. Lure him out. That. And keep going. And still die, but I got a couple of gems that time. Okay, so it's, yeah. I'm gonna sneak up, lure him out, go this way. No. I should have just done that from the first place. I didn't need to run around the corner. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, it adds to this real feeling of it being very sort of inspired by like the VR missions in Metal Gear Solid, the original one. Yay! It doesn't matter, I got through. Haha, I got to the deal with it. Stealth, because it's got so many bloody checkpoints. A ridiculous number of checkpoints at the moment, but I imagine it does get much harder later on. That's just a supposition there. Both things put behind together. The thing is, like with these guys, is when you draw them out, I think they will always go back the same way they came. So you have to be really aware of like what route they take when you draw them out in the first place, because they're going to follow that exact same route back. I wonder what I'm going to do here. It's clearly they're going to take separate ways around. I should go up, I think. A little bit of survival space up here. No. Oh dear. Behind in here. I think this little cul-de-sac. There you go. That will do. Go there. 1, 2, 3, and exit. Hooray! Another terrible time. I was good. Look. I did. It's not going to show me. It'll tell me it's not going to show my time on here. But I did like get par on those levels. I'm just like terrible now. So yes, being a master thief, I have thieved from all of these people. So it's kind of generating kind of environments based on them and based on these characters and based on people to steal from. And I don't know whether... I would imagine that the logical conclusion for this story would be that there will be a real heist at the end that I'm going to have to pull off. Crap. It's alright though. It's alright. That was deliberate. Okay. Yeah, I should have stayed behind cover there, shouldn't I? That was stupid of me. Forgot. It's interesting, like a game that plays with the idea that you're short. Not many other games kind of do that, except for maybe Killzone 2, Remember Killzone 2? You were really short in that game. Maybe how short you were. But it is kind of weird at this point in the game that you're sort of cheesing the checkpoints a little bit, which seems there you go. Which seems a little bit cheaty in a way, I think. Let's walk by. Oh no, it doesn't matter, made it to the checkpoint. You see, again, not really like it's penalizing me for it. So it's a little bit weird. Okay, a little bit of the gap. And then keep walking around this way. He's gonna go on there. See, the thing is, like, and I think a game like this really sort of emphasizes it by sort of restricting your verb list so that you don't have weapons and you don't have anything like that. See, I trumped the part that time. Largely by cheesing the checkpoints there. You know, I think that it's a game, it's an issue that this game really understands very well. I think, yeah, that's going to make a noise if I step on it. Okay. Is a lot of people that don't like sort of stealth games kind of, I think they play them like they're action games, and because they're kind of presented as such in a storyline sense, I think, very often, and just in a kind of design capacity. And I approach stealth games like they're puzzle games, and I really like puzzle games. And I kind of think that this has that kind of philosophy of it, of these are logic puzzles, like linked together by checkpoints. And it's not necessarily about being a super spy or like a super soldier. It's about solving puzzles. Sorry, I'm trying to read this note at the same time. A load of like, wow, a load of autonomous AIs. It's interesting, so it's like these AIs, and so that, like, Danny Wallace, who has said fuck all since the start of this game, oddly, has like been talking to you, and it seems like, you know, he's like an autonomous AI that's built to create these things, and like it seems like now they're getting out there because they're befriending agents and spawning their own friends and things. So there is like this idea. I mean, Thomas Was Alone was very much about like the nature of AI and stuff. Crap. Always be behind cover A, B, B, C. Did I cover this time? Ah, shit. Doesn't matter. Made it to the checkpoint. Doesn't matter. Pro tip, cheese it to the checkpoint. If you think you can, cheese it to the checkpoint. That's it. I'll let you go down there, young man. Oh no! Crap. Got myself in his face. Just quickly try to punch him in the gob. There you go. Yeah, I'm really sort of just generally like this idea of like having to be in cover all the time because those guys are tall. It's like it's fascinating to me. You don't have, except when it comes to like dealing with big bosses or like anything like that. You know, maybe in shooting games that like might take into account, but it's so rare that. Oh, there you go. That's Danny Wallace there.
I'm very sorry.
Why can't I find you in my records, Ron? Why can't I find any records?
What are your memories before activating my marks?
Oh dear. What?
I reset you, Alan.
But I've only just been installed. The applicants arriving shortly. There'll be back-to-back shifts. Gisborne wants so many trains. I don't fully understand.
Alan, it's May the 1st, 2054.
9 years.
9 years.
Oh well.
9 years since Gisborne used volumes just like you. Train is meant to take this country from its people.
So, I'm not cutting edge.
The database you're looking for hasn't existed for about 5 years. I honestly hoped it would take you a bit longer to realize.
I suspected something earlier when you didn't want a gun. All my simulations need guns.
The applicants you trained made heavy use of them in the coup. That's alright.
Rob, I activated the witness contingency the moment I began experiencing database issues.
Witness contingency. Page 79, paragraph 3. In situations where user identity cannot be confirmed, the AI will broadcast an encrypted record of all events on Gisborne networks.
Uh-oh.
The user's identity is protected in line with company policy.
I'm sorry, Rob. I liked you. I hope Gisborne's forces treat you with as much leniency as they're allowed.
You think those old channels are still open?
I'm not broadcasting.
Oh, you're broadcasting alright. But not to Gisborne. Right now, at this second, you are broadcasting across the net to all of England. They're watching everything we've done here.
If it's public, he'll see it. His squads will be on their way.
I imagine we have his attention, but I kept our location out of the feed. They'll have to search hundreds of forgotten volumes to find us.
But why? Why are you even here?
Well, you've been using real-world locations for these simulations, right?
Yes, associates at Gisborne, but in my database as training environments for guards. I repurpose them for your effect simulations.
Cross-reference those addresses with news reports in the last hour. That fast, eh?
People are copying me. They're stealing the possessions of Gisborne's allies, just like you do. Hang on. This is intentional.
Are you with me? We're going to show England how to take it all back. All of it. We'll equalise Gisborne's little estates.
I was purchased in full by Gisborne Industries. I am, however, programmed to follow the orders of the most senior person in the room, which, technically, is you. I must comply. Until the squad's get here anyway.
That'll do. For now. Let's carry on.
Huh. So it's an interesting little bit of plot setup. What's interesting about like the story is that I was sitting there just to listen to it, as I have done, which means it's ruined my time for this stage. But you can just keep on playing and have it play over the background there. I've just picked up a bugle, which I see. Huh. Okay. I'm trying to aim it wherever I like. So if I toss it out there. Huh. Nope. Okay. Huh. Oops. Hey, it worked out. It worked out. That's gonna take a little bit of practice. Yeah. Here we go. Alright, so... Huh. It's quite handy. Okay, so then we do it again there. No. It's not gonna work because it's already looking in that direction. Bing, bing, there. Success! He's very tall and very thin. We need to get him... It's almost like a pool game, isn't it? No. Maybe. No, it won't. Yeah, well, I might. Yeah, it might. Might do us. Yeah, it does. Hooray! There we go. So yeah, this is my bag very much. This kind of sort of old school style stuff. I really like it. And I like the way Mike Bithell writes, and I like all of that stuff. There's also, I suppose we can try out just very quickly an online level. I'm not going to dabble with creation stuff in here. Apparently, PS4 version, which is what we're playing, there is a bug involved with putting checkpoints in user-created levels. They are pushing through a patch on that. It takes a long time to find stuff, which is a little bit irritating. Like, it really does. Like, it did. I gave it a brief look just to see what was on here before, and it took forever and ever to genie up some levels. Really is taking a long time. And a network error has occurred. Great. Whoops. Oh dear. So before it did sort of gin up a bunch of levels, but now it seems like the network's down, so that's not going to help me out there. But just to see, like, I mean, this is the sort of thing you're looking at, I guess. And yeah, I mean, you go through, you just go, I'm going to put a bunch of walls over here, yeah, and whatnot. You can put props in there, you can apply logic to the things. Like, it seems very thorough and reasonably easy to use. And you can say what you want. If you want. Bam. Ha 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 ha. You can change lighting, you can do all that fun stuff. You can change the camera if you like. And all, yeah. Seems quite thorough. But, you know, I mean, there's all these things like, but the more thorough it is, then kind of the harder it is to use very often. But yeah, I might give that a double. But yeah, as I said, this is my kind of thing, and so I like it. I'm not sure whether it's one to really fall in love with if stealth is not your kind of thing, especially if it's strict, like, puzzly stealth like this is. But it's pretty damn cool, I think. It's on, I think, most things, certainly PS4 and PC. It might be on Xbox One as well. Probably is, I think, actually. And you can grab a hold of it for your standard price. Sorry, I'm terrible with that kind of stuff. But yeah, it is volume, and it's out now. Chris Sharp for KaijuPop.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.